Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 21 of our BU 365-day challenge. Do one thing every day that improves us in some way, shape, or form. Today we're going to talk about sleep. Now, I'm sure many of you listening to me today have all kinds of thoughts and feelings and beliefs about and on the topic of sleep. My daughter and son-in-law have an infant, right? Their baby is just turned 11 months old. She's going to be a year soon. But they have gone through all the trials and tribulations that all of us go through as we try to teach our babies to sleep. And I remember those days of being up at all hours of the night and how that felt to have interrupted sleep. We have lots of times in our life when we have interrupted sleep. We have lots of things that prevent us from getting a good night's sleep. Staying up too late, eating too much or drinking too much before bed, having to get up and go to the bathroom, all kinds of things. So I'm going to share today 7 tips from Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic is a very respected medical establishment here in Minnesota and throughout the rest of the world, I believe, nowadays. People from all over the world go to Mayo Clinic. I've been there a few times for different health challenges, as have my mom and my dad and my brother-in-law and my sister, and that's a lot of us because it's close by. It's within an hour and a half of here. The main Rochester, Minnesota Mayo Clinic anyway. So how can we ensure we get a better night's sleep? Number one, we need to have a sleep schedule. And I'm going to add a couple of my own opinions to these things because I've tried a lot of these things. I'm going to say I've tried all of these, with the exception of number 4, limit daytime naps, because I've never been a napper, so it doesn't even cross my mind to nap. But one of the recommendations is that you don't take naps after 4 o'clock. And I would contend that with my granddaughter, that is true. If she takes a nap at 4:30 or so, then she wants to stay up till 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. So number 1, have some kind of a sleep schedule and try to stick to it. And I will contend from my own personal experience that getting up about the same time every day and going to bed about the same time every day, no matter what day of the week it is, works best for me personally. Now, I remember back in my corporate days and my early business ownership days and raising my kids, if I actually got 4 hours sleep a night, I felt like I was doing good and I felt refreshed. When I was younger, I could pull that off. Now, I really prefer to get a good 7 hours sleep a night. 7 seems to be my new average. From 4 to 7, that's a pretty good increase. So number 2, pay attention to what you eat or drink, especially right before bed, right? The hours right before bed, but also don't go to bed hungry and don't go to bed starving. If you go either one, then you might wake up and need to eat or have a stomach ache. Number 3, create a restful environment. I will admit that I look forward to climbing into my cozy little bed every single night. So create an environment that feels good and comfy and cozy and right for you. Limit daytime naps, I mentioned that one. If you're a napper, try to cut back on them or make sure that you're not napping later in the day because that tends to interrupt our sleep. Number 5, include physical activity into your daily routine. Get up, get moving. We're going to talk about movement in a couple of days. So remember that the more sedentary you are during the day, the more actually likely you are to fall asleep. Remember during COVID, hanging out with my granddaughter, and sometimes she was 4, and sometimes she would want to watch Barbie or YouTube cooking videos. And my cousin, my nephew's wife, got us hooked on cooking shows. She said it worked great to get her daughter napping, so I tried it with my granddaughter, and it turns out she loves cooking shows. So, and I love cooking and baking, so we had fun watching those shows. But every once in a while, I would nod off during Barbie, and I'm like, I guess that's the closest I come to napping. Know when to contact your doctor. Know when there might be something physically wrong that's interrupting your sleep. Millions and millions of people have sleep apnea, meaning they stop breathing while they're sleeping, and so they need help at night to make sure they continue breathing. My dad had CPAP for years and years and years because he would stop breathing at night and freak my mom out. So I agree, have a great environment. Make sure that your your bedroom and your sleep environment is somewhere that you look forward to going to. Now, there's all this debate on whether you should make your bed or not. I've done both in different periods and different times of my life. I am now a make your bed in the morning fan because I like climbing into that fresh, beautiful bed at night. It's part of my nighttime routine. The other thing I would say is, do you have a bedtime routine? A lot of people have a morning ritual or a morning routine or how they start their day, but they don't have a nighttime routine. And I have both. And I would say that my nighttime routine, what I do at night is I wind down and get ready for bed and end my day and review my day and practice gratitude or prayer or whatever is right for you. By creating your own routine, you end your day as well as, if not better than, you start the next day. So I would recommend maybe adding one or two things to your nighttime structure, your nighttime routine. Do you brush your teeth? Do you take a shower? Do you go to the bathroom right before you go to bed? Do you do affirmations? Do you have a gratitude journal? Do you read 15 minutes before bed? I have been, and recently, last fall, I think it was August, I added doing a nighttime hypnosis to my bedtime. The final thing I do right before I fall asleep is I put a hypnosis on my phone. And I don't think I've listened to even 5 minutes of any hypnosis because I fall asleep before I even get there. But of course, our subconscious listens to it. So that's something that I added last August or September, and I'm still doing it because it makes me feel good and it helps me to fall asleep. Whether I've got that monkey mind or a bunch of things on my mind or not, I can fall asleep more easily. The other thing that I don't know if I said it on here is to control worries. I missed number 6, I guess. Physical activity, and then number 6 was manage your worries. Well, that's a lot of the time easier said than done, right? Different stages and different times of our life, we have more doubt, worry, fear, stress, anxiety, challenges. A lot of people, their worry went through the roof with the COVID pandemic, right? And we've all had to find ways to rein that worry, rein that stress, rein that spinning monkey mind in at night. And I find that the hypnosis, meditation, affirmations, all kinds of things help that. So our action item today is to share in the comments below your favorite sleep tip, your favorite advice about getting a good night's sleep. If you've never gotten a good night's sleep, share that in the comments below. Say, I sleep like dog doo-doo, or I don't sleep at all. Like I said, if you would have caught me in my 30s or 40s when I was raising my family and working in corporate America and having businesses on the side, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I would barely ever get sleep, even a 4-hour chunk of uninterrupted sleep. It was like a miracle for my energy. And then just share what is one thing, one tip that you have for the rest of us about getting a good night's sleep. I guess we could talk about pillowcases and pillows and blankets and bedding and all kinds of things. All right, that's it for today. Have an awesome day. And if you have any questions, hit me up. We are focusing on the physical aspects of our life during the month of January. And so sleep is one of those. Yesterday we talked about breathing. I hope you practice some of those breathing strategies and techniques. Another thing you can do and add to your night routine is doing one of those breathing exercises just to let things go from the day, etc. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye.